younger, my grandmother handed out lifesaver candies to her grandchildren as if they were daily vitamins. We fought over the red ones. Less because we actually thought that they were the best, but more because we knew that in choosing, my grandmother would have to favor a few of her grandkids above the rest. You see, she had her favorites and was never afraid to admit it. When I was 6 years old, she taught me how to play gin rummy with worn down and at times incomplete card decks. She would often change the rules to win, but I wouldn't say anything. Maybe because I figured she'd already paid her dues and deserves a break every now and then. That, and well, hell, I cheated too. I not only figured out how to count cards, but I learned that people will do whatever they need to do to get ahead. You see, she taught me life. That is why I haven't played gin with anyone since. The game feels sacred to me, almost religious. We kneeled over a wooden table with a glass top, dealing up the cards as if we were telling each other's futures. Little did we know that nearly 2 decades later, I would kneel over a wooden dresser next to her bed, praying for her future, cursing at God, demanding that she has more time. I feel we are owed that much. Not as mentally aware as she once was during the 80s, every time I see her, I am compelled to ask if she remembers me. Those words hurt me, cut me every time I speak them, cutting me like rusty daggers, scraping the inner linings of my dried out throat, but I need to know that she loves me beyond the strokes, beyond memory loss, heart attack, and old age. And after rambling incoherently about needing to cook a dinner that she has been physically unable to do for more than 6 years now, she looks up clear as ever and says, yes, I remember you. You're Val's oldest. You've been in school for a long time. I miss you. And I cry. That's because in that moment she was so sweet that I actually felt like I was 6 years old all over again, but more because I hate me for having to force myself to look at her. Lying there in that stale gray room, it smells, feels, and sounds like death is around the corner screaming her name. Tubes sticking out of her body for nourishment. She is no longer the strong woman that I fell in love with so long ago. And maybe that's why I write so many poems about being younger. I want to go back to the 80s so fucking bad. Before the strokes. Before ever having to ask my grandmother if she remembers me. When she would say things like my name. And I am trying to hold on to the 1980s as best as I could, but my arms simply aren't 2 decades long. See, when I was younger, my grandmother handed out lifesaver candies to her grandchildren like they were daily vitamins. We fought over the red ones. And I wish I had a lifesaver that I could throw her, hoping that she would fight to stay afloat, to remind me that despite losing her mind, I still have her heart.